taking a look outside right now, look at that. Winter definitely making a comeback. Snow has already started to fall all across the inland northwest. Already we have seen numerous crashes, lots of slowdown around on the roads. This is a look down at I-90, and we know that the snow is not even done yet.
Kind of a mess out there tonight. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here tonight. I'm Whitney Ward.
A winter storm warning is in effect for Coeur d'Alene and areas around the Palouse, and it remains in effect until noon tomorrow.
So we're going to send things straight to Tom Sherry right now. Just how much snow are we actually expecting tonight and, of course, into the morning hours?
Well, we could get anywhere between 3 and 4 inches of snow. The Spokane area is now under a winter weather advisory. The area is shaded in purple. That's a winter weather advisory. And as you can see, we've got that winter storm warning in effect for portions of northern Idaho and the Washington Palouse. And those will be in effect through noon tomorrow. Then we think it may change over to rain. So what about snowfall totals where you live? 3 to 4 inches of snow, maybe in the Spokane, Cheney area, 4 to 6 out towards the Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry area. St. Mary's could get 6 to 8 inches of snow, as could Pullman and Moscow, Idaho. Less amounts of snow expected out towards the Moses Lake and Ritzville area, although 1 to 2 inches of snow expected in Ritzville. Look at Colfax right now. We had a viewer gave us a call, said they were driving from Pullman to Spokane. It was very, very, very icy. And as you can see from that Colfax picture, it is very, very icy. So we've got the snow now beginning to taper off in Spokane, still across the Palouse. More is on the way, though. We're going to continue to track more snowfall later tonight and also in the overnight hours. Look it up towards the 9 Mile area. This is the Charles Road Hills, State Route 291. Looks like it's snow and ice covered, and it's a mess out in the West Plains. This is near Sunset Boulevard. So we've got more snow expected for this evening, overnight, and again for Wednesday morning. We'll check on some of the current road conditions now. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick joins us from our mobile storm tracker.
Yeah, hey there, Tom. It's not so much the road conditions, but the traffic has been extremely backed up in the last hour or so. So we're currently on 3rd Avenue. We're heading east. That is the interstate that's parallel to us on the left side of the screen. Now, while the road has like a lane that we can drive on, of course, in between those lanes have that initial coating of snow, though the snow has already stopped. But I'll tell you what, the traffic has been painfully slow, both on the side streets and the interstates themselves. Tell you what, we've probably only gone about 2 or 3 miles in the last 15 to 20 minutes here. So it is a very slow go, no matter where you are in or around the downtown area. And of course, these road conditions are just going to deteriorate over the next coming hours and through the overnight. Reporting from the mobile storm tracker, I'm meteorologist Thomas Patrick.
All right, Thomas, thank you very much. Sticking to that topic, we are tracking some breaking news. Eastbound Snoqualmie is closed 5 miles west of the summit due to spinouts. Westbound also remains closed at Easton, that's west of Cle Elum. WashDOT says they expect the westbound lanes to reopen at around 6 o'clock tonight, they say.
And Highway 261 in Ritzville is closed in both directions. That's just south of I-90. It's because of a head-on collision in that area. Right now, no estimated time on when it is supposed to reopen, so you're asked to use alternate routes in that area.
And one person has minor injuries after a collision at Crestline and Wellesley. There was also significant damage to an Avista power pole. Earlier today, Avista said they expected northbound traffic to be shut down until late this evening as they make repairs. In other news, a Spokane County deputy resigned last month after he was investigated for allegedly having an inappropriate relationship. The sheriff's office said the accusation of misconduct alleged that Deputy Daryl Smith engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a non-commissioned county employee and a member of the public that Smith met during a domestic argument call. According to a spokesperson, Smith violated the department's policies on several counts. The family of a former Meade High School student is suing the school district for not protecting her from a teacher's grooming and sexual abuse.
Former teacher Wesley Perez pleaded guilty to sexual misconduct with a minor. That was in May of last year. Tonight, KREM 2's Amanda Rowley shares the claims now listed in this lawsuit. Amanda?
Yeah, Mark and Whitney, it's been about 7 months now since the former Meade Spanish teacher Wesley Perez pleaded guilty to sexually abusing a student at his school. Now, attorneys representing the former student and her family claim the district should have done something about the inappropriate relationship sooner. Attorneys filed the lawsuit against Meade School District last week. It claims the district allowed Wesley Perez to abuse his position of authority and influence over the student to systematically groom and sexually prey on her for 13 months, despite clear warnings. It details how the student and Perez met at a leadership camp where he was a chaperone. During the camp, the lawsuit says Perez targeted her with excessive personal and physical attention, even in plain sight of other Meade teachers and chaperones. Documents say signs of the predatory relationship were apparent or should have been apparent, even mentioning that another Meade teacher cautioned Perez against meeting alone with the student and later took his concerns to the school principal. Principal Jeff Nosland is accused of failing to properly respond to the report and neglected to tell authorities about the suspected sexual abuse. That, documents say, allowed Perez to continue to sexually abuse the student for more than a year. Perez remained employed by the Meade District until after he pleaded guilty to the sexual misconduct charge. Now, we did reach out to the Meade School District for comment and have not yet heard back. Perez, though, is currently serving his one-year sentence in Spokane County Jail. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Local businesses are coming together to raise money for 6 others that were destroyed by a devastating fire in downtown Coeur d'Alene last month. Mackenzie River Pizza in Coeur d'Alene now holding an event for Schmitty's Burgers. That's tomorrow, and 20% of sales will be donated to that restaurant. Calypso's Coffee Roasters also planning a benefit for businesses that have been affected by this fire. That event is set up for this Saturday. It's from 5 to 10 p.m. Honey Eatery and Social Club also holding a fundraiser dinner and silent auction for these businesses. All of those ticket sales will be, and there's also a silent auction. All of those proceeds will then be donated to those businesses. So if you would like a full list of all of these fundraisers and different ways that you can help, just go to our website, krem.com.
New developments in the downtown Seattle shooting 2 weeks ago. The 2 suspects who were arrested in Las Vegas over the weekend made their first court appearance this morning.
Ted Land from our Seattle sister station has updates now from Las Vegas.
Here in Las Vegas, the 2 suspects in the downtown Seattle shooting were led into a courtroom in shackles. But they smiled and snickered in the moments before a judge started the hearing. William Tolliver on the left and Marquise Tolbert on the right will soon head back to Washington State to face charges in the January 22nd shooting, which killed 1 person and injured 7, including a child. This morning's fugitive hearing was an important step in the process of extraditing the 2 to Seattle from here in Las Vegas, where they were arrested over the weekend. Police say they fled here in the days after the shooting. The suspects said little this morning, only telling the judge they understood the process that was playing out in the courtroom. Tolliver and Tolbert are not fighting extradition, which means law enforcement officers in Washington now have 30 days to come to Las Vegas and take custody of the 2 suspects. Ted Land, KREM 2 News.
Well, the results from the Iowa caucuses are coming in, but not all of them. In fact, only 62% of those results will be announced today. As of right now, Mayor Pete Buttigieg leading with nearly 27% of the votes. Senator Bernie Sanders right behind with more than 25%. Then following is Senator Elizabeth Warren, former Vice President Joe Biden, then Senator Amy Klobuchar. Now, the Iowa caucus results had to be pushed back, of course, due to a technical issue. Today, the chairman for the Iowa Democratic Party said it was a coding issue, not a cybersecurity problem. He called yesterday's issue, though, unacceptable.
The bottom line is that we hit a stumbling block on the back end of the reporting of the data. But the one thing I want you to know, we know this data is accurate.
Now, the Democratic Party is collecting paper records from more than 1,600 caucus sites. Party staff now entering that data manually. It's still not clear when the final results will be available. The developer of the app that was used at the caucus issued a statement online saying it sincerely regrets the delay and the uncertainty it caused for the candidates. Tonight, those candidates are in New Hampshire campaigning. The state will hold its primary on February 11th. Mark?